test. Okay, we are live once again. And for the first people joining in, I'm just going to do a quick post on X also that I'm live now. Let me do it on my other screen here quickly. Give me a second. Um, okay, boom. Just posted it on my X account. Also, welcome for the first people joining in here. Goose, how are you doing? I'm absolutely amazing today. What about you? Mynik, is that how I pronounce your name? Mynik, nice to meet you. Okay, um, let me dive in here because actually I was preparing a little bit of a different stream today because I thought that the US Senate was going to speak about or was going to vote on a bill possibly ending the US government shutdown. But now, doing some more research and looking into it, I can see that that is going to start much and much later this evening. So I can't be live streaming this directly live here, but what I can do is give a big update on the US government shutdown, what I'm currently seeing in the markets, what will I be doing with my trading positions, and much more. So I do want to make it somewhat of an just an update live stream here where I can give my perspective on what I personally think for the markets and what I'm currently seeing. And first of all, let's start off with that later tonight. It is very unclear to me. I've been researching for the last hour, but I can't find like an a definitive starting time for the US Senate vote. I think it's going to be at 12 p.m. US time, but for me that's going to get very late, so I won't make it. But I do want to prepare you guys that we are going to see a new US Senate vote on the possible ending of the US government shutdown. And I see more and more people starting to talk about the US government shutdown now, because first of all, or at the beginning it was like, oh, the US government shutdown is not affecting markets by that much, but now we are seeing that indeed it is affecting markets by a lot. And now people are starting to understand that the US government shutdown is actually quite a problem. So that's what I want to discuss today. Because what is now happening regarding the US government shutdown, just a little bit off topic, is that a lot of US airports are now experiencing a lot of trouble. Let me see if I can find some top posts. Here we have a lot of US flight cancellations coming in now. So the government is under some pressure to end this. And that is why I think tonight's vote is going to be a very important one. Do I think we are going to get a deal immediately? Probably we should take a look into Polymarket to see what the odds currently are. I don't think immediately because now the expectation is that the US government shutdown is going to end on the 18th of November. And that will take more than a week from off here. So that's the current expectation. But from off now, I do think the Senate votes are going to be important to see where the US government shutdown is going to be heading next. And when it will be ending. But for now, poly market traders are pricing in 18 November, it seems like. And actually, the odds that it's going to take longer are moving up, and that it will not take as long are moving down now on poly market. But alright, discuss that. I think this is going to be very important. I can't be live streaming this live, but what I can do is give an update on my Bitcoin trading position here, which I still have open, of course. Now, because Bitcoin is falling back down ever so slightly, we are coming close to my third entry, which is the 98k level. So that is going to be an interesting level for me, because there basically my next limit order is about to get hit. And this is also somewhat of a bigger limit order with, let's see, It's 41k in position size, so I will almost double my position here once I'm going to get filled on that limit order. And I do think it's possible looking at the current Bitcoin price action. Also discussed in this morning's update video, of course. Let me quickly get the chat here. Also discussed in this morning update video this green area, so the 98k level, and also a little bit lower at the 93k level. That is the next phase or the next zone where I'm going to be accumulating. My next two limit orders are laying there. And yeah, now it seems like we are getting close. We are now back at 100k, but we are moving between 100 and 99k, it seems like, for the last hour. Something about that. So let's see. I think there is actually a chance that my limit order is going to get filled tonight or a little bit later, earlier. I think it's going to be inevitable looking at the current Bitcoin price action. But of course, I have been updating you guys here in the private VIP channel. Tonight I will also be making a new update here, so make sure to come over to the VIP channel if you're getting interested in that. Yeah, I've been talking about this a lot. You can find the link to the VIP channel in the description on this live stream also. Let me quickly show you guys here. Look at that. There you can find the link to the private VIP group, where I'm also sharing more updates about my Bitcoin position. And now it's going to get interesting when also my lower limit orders are going to get filled, because am I going to get invalidated or not? Let's see. Let's see. But tonight we are definitely going to see some volatility regarding the US net vote, because I feel like the US government shutdown is truly starting to move the markets now, which first was not really the case. At first I was feeling like the markets were not caring that much about the US government shutdown, but now it definitely seems like the market is starting to care, because if we open TradingView and we take a look into the US stock market also, US stock market, one second guys, I'm also watching some news on the side here to keep you guys up to date. Boom, boom. Okay. Ethereum is actually bouncing up ever so slightly, it seems like, in the last 5 minutes. Interesting, but yeah, US stock market coming down here, so that's why I'm saying it seems like markets are starting to care about the US government shutdown at the current moment. So very interesting to see, of course. I also have my LBank trading position here. Let me quickly check up on it. Because we just discussed Bitcoin, but unfortunately I'm not filled on my Ethereum position yet here. Let me open the chart on LBank, because I have a big Bitcoin trade open on WEX and another altcoin trade, or Ethereum trade actually, on LBank. Time to pop some liquor. Yeah, it's Friday evening indeed, but for me it's going to be a quiet evening. Look at this. Yeah, actually we did not come that close, but my next limit order for Ethereum here is also laying at the 3.1k level, 3k level, and 2.8k level. So let's see if we can fill it up in the near future here. Would be absolutely amazing to also get a bigger Ethereum position. I'm still looking into that. And for the people that don't know yet, with LBank now, I'm doing an amazing campaign. Let me see if I have the details here. Yeah, we are doing a 50% deposit bonus and a generous refund on your first trading position, plus a $100 voucher. You can transfer up to 5k and get a maximum deposit bonus of 2.5k here. You can claim it here. And also, of course, generous refund for a trading position up to 5k. So an amazing offer. We also had this at the beginning when I started to work with LBank, and I know that a lot of people were interested back then. So if you are now, make sure to come and check out this link to claim your 50% deposit bonus and that $100, because yeah, LBank is still my favorite one out there to trade on. And you will also be supporting the channel if you're going to use the link. Of course, in no way financial advice. You should do your own research and should know for yourself if you do want to trade here, and you should always be careful listening to people of where you should trade or not. But what I can say, that is definitely a very nice offer to be claiming if you value the live streams and also the daily update videos. Back to the Ethereum trading position. Yeah, I hope I'm going to get filled. I can't say too much about it because unfortunately I was very late with my taking in my Ethereum position here because of some stuff I also explained in this morning's update video. So make sure to come and check it out. But yeah, I was very late and now I have my limit orders open. I hope it will get filled up because I think for Ethereum I'm expecting to see another move higher here in the ending stage of the cycle. I still think it's possible. Let me see where I have the chart, if I still have it. Look, this cycle on the channel, for the people that are watching for longer, they know we have been nailing this entire Ethereum move up basically. We have been perfectly predicting the Ethereum move since the tariff bottom. All of these Fibonacci levels here you can see have been hit and they correspond with major resistance or support in the market. Since then we have only been moving higher and now we are retesting, or we have retested of course, the accumulation phase. We are now trading even below that at the 0.8 Fibonacci level. This is a little bit of an outdated chart. I should update this one in TradingView. I will do so tomorrow. But from up the 0.8 Fibonacci level, I do think there is still a high likelihood that we can be bouncing to the 1.6.8 and the second Fibonacci levels on the 5k target and the 6k target to make it easy for you guys. I still think it's possible, but what we do need to see is Bitcoin making a bounce, and that is going to be the most important one, because otherwise we are indeed looking at an potential ending for the Bitcoin bull market and just the crypto bull market in general, I personally think. Because look what we have here with Bitcoin breaking below the 50 daily moving average trend line. And I think if you are going to see 2 to 3 weekly closures under this level, which I'm currently showcasing, it is going to be a big problem, and that is going to be our first true indication that the bear market is going to get started. But we still have today, or this evening, Saturday and Sunday, of course, before the weekly close. So let's see, we can still be bouncing back here. We can be closing it above the 50 daily. Also, you can make the close under it, but that is something we've not really seen before. So that is not something I would be very happy about. I also think a first weekly close under this level here is going to be very dangerous, but let's see. I will keep you guys up to date, but of course I'm closely watching this level, because if this is going to confirm with a lot of weekly closes under it, yes, of course, my Ethereum trade might get invalidated too, my Bitcoin trade also. So let's see. Well, because from here, I think if we can be holding above that level, there are 2 scenarios basically. Or you're going to see somewhat of a dead cat bounce, and that means that from off this level we see a bounce to the 116k level probably, and then move back down, basically a lower high, then move back down, and then probably also a bear market is going to get started. If not, and Bitcoin is going to, for example, break the 4-year cycle, then we need to break this resistance, break above it, make new all-time highs, and from there probably consolidate a little bit and maybe even move higher from there. Let's see about that. But what I do know, because this is a very hard moment in the cycle to be exactly predicting it, but what I do know is that the next 2 to 3 weeks are going to give us a very good idea of where the cycle is going to be heading next. I will quickly grab my glasses, one moment. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, we are going to get a decision from Bitcoin here, and it will be the decision if the bear market is going to get started or the bull market is going to continue. What do you guys think? Because I see a comment coming in that the bear market clearly has started here. I don't know about that. Let's see. I think we need to see the price confirm it first, and then we can start drawing some conclusions. But for now, it doesn't seem like that yet. Bitcoin will starting to buy again. Bitfinex longs keeps moving higher. So if this is indeed going to be the start of Bitcoin bear market, this is also going to be the first time where the Bitfinex wheels are going to be wrong about where Bitcoin is going to be heading next, because they have been nailing it this entire cycle. But I explained all of this in this morning's update video. This morning, of course, we saw news coming out that a deal to reopen the US government is close, according to Politico. Usually they are quite trustworthy, so it was some bullish news coming out this morning. So let's hope so. But looking at the poly market odds, I'm not that hopeful it will be ending soon, to be fair. Because just look at this, it keeps on getting further and further. Now it's November the 19th. It was just the 18th, so I don't have a lot of conviction that it is going to end much sooner. Let me see what I can discuss more here. Also, guys, if you have some questions, drop it in the chat now, because this is somewhat of a more chill stream, where I can also answer some questions, because I can't be live streaming this one, it seems like. But of course I can be doing some other stuff. Maybe I will also check the news just for a moment here, to see if we have some interesting stuff coming out. Just giving yeah, we do see a lot of stuff about the US government shutdown indeed. Trump media, of course, just bought some more Bitcoin, which is bullish. Senate is considering a revised plan to end the US government shutdown. Yes, I'm also going to do a quick post. I don't want to be bearish, but that's what money flow and lack of volume shows up. What do you mean with money flow in that case? Lack of volume, I understand what you mean by that, but the money flow. US over. When do we get the update? What do you mean about the US government shutdown itself? I just gave the update. And if you're questioning about when do we get the hearing of the US Senate, because they are going to, I'm just posting it now. I will show it 1 second. Because I think this is going to be important for tonight. Boom. Wait until shutdown finishes. The Fed got probably shorts at all-time highs. Then Trump has good news about tariffs, and all hail Trump is market safer. My thoughts. Let's see. I hope so. Okay, okay, thanks. I've just joined. Yeah, let me show you. Oh, okay, that explains why. Okay. I just posted also, look, what I think for the US government shutdown. And first of all, I thought the Senate was going to vote now, but it seems like they are going to vote later today. So a new voting round on, it seems like, a revised plan to end the US government shutdown, which I think is looking very good and bullish. But on the other hand, what I'm seeing on Poly market with the odds is that there is not that much of an outlook that the US government shutdown is indeed going to be ending soon, at November the 19th. So yeah, that's what traders expect, November the 19th. So we have some mixed signals here, but what we are probably going to see is another voting round this night on the government shutdown itself. So I think it's going to be very important to keep our eyes on the news in about, I think, 2 to 3 hours, but it's very unclear what the exact timing is going to be of the voting round. But that they are now considering a revised plan, and because it's all about the funding plan. A funding plan needs to get approved to basically get the new funding for the government. There's no funding now, and that's why you're in a US government shutdown. But it seems like there's a revised plan, and probably they will vote on it tonight. So that's it. That's basically the update. And I just talked about my Bitcoin position, that my limit order is about to get filled, and I think definitely because of the volatility we are going to see tonight, that this limit order is going to get filled quite soon, probably, which is very good for me, because I do want to see my limit orders getting filled, and then I do want to see a big Bitcoin bounce, or in that get bounce back up, because I do think somewhere around these levels we are most definitely going to see a bounce, if not a dead cat bounce like I showed earlier, but most definitely a bounce. For Ethereum, I'm not in a big position now, because I was too late with my limit orders, basically because of some problems. Watch the update videos from the last few days about that. But yeah, I'm also eagerly waiting for before these limit orders are going to get filled, and I think we have a chance of it happening. Mm-mm-mm. No problem, no problem. But yeah, basically I wanted to go live to live stream like the voting, but it's not going to happen. But that's why I was like, oh, I can't make the voting, so I will do a quick update. So guys, if you have any questions, make sure to drop it in the chat. Let me see what's happening in the VIP group here. Invitations. Long some ICP. Since then, ICP is up 45%. Yeah, for the people that don't know, of course, I was talking about my own channel, but we also have a lot of other traders who are sharing like different altcoin setups daily, basically, and a lot of trading advice, just their market thoughts, and a lot of different stuff. So, if you do want to join a community, a very active community with a general chat here, with a lot of profits, because the profits do speak for themselves, in my opinion, but also a lot of good traders and crypto rover, make sure to come out to that link in the description on the update video, because there you can be joining the VIP channel. And same can be said for Lbank, what I was talking about, that there you can now claim that amazing deposit bonus. Let me quickly show it once again for the new people joining in. You can now claim a 50% deposit bonus and a generous refund on your first trading position on Lbank. For example, if you do want to join with my Ethereum trading position, or want to trade a lot of other different altcoins, because you can be trading so much pairs on Lbank. That's why I personally love it. I can be trading so much quickly, good liquidity, so it's amazing. A maximum deposit bonus up to 2.5k, and the generous refund up to 5k. And you can also, I think, claim an $100 voucher. So there are a lot of good offers now, and just with one link. So if you do want to support me a little bit and want to claim a nice bonus for yourself, make sure to check it out there. Because what I do want to say, and like I said earlier, I'm in no way a financial advisor, but what I do like to say is that this is indeed the moment where you do want to be claiming a bonus, or where you do want to be taking a position, probably, because we are now in the middle of the dip, and what I do see happening a lot is that interest catches up once we are in an explosive move higher, for example. But when there's basically nothing, when we're dumping, nobody's claiming offers, nobody's interested. But that's actually the moment where you should be interested, and that is why I'm showing you these positions. And maybe we are going to enter a bear market, but in my opinion, the risk reward we're currently seeing for the markets is a very good one. So that is why I'm personally watching this now. And okay, I think I've given a clear update. There's not probably much more going to happen here on the short term. So what I want to say, if you have a question, make sure to drop it now, because I'm going to be ending the stream soon. I've given my update on the US government shutdown. Expect some volatility. Keep your eyes on the news. Is the Senate going to vote, yes or no? If so, expect some volatility. Expect it. But yeah, the poly market traders do know something we don't. Because look at this. It's crazy. It just keeps on moving higher now. I will quickly do a post about this in just a few minutes. But I don't see more questions coming in now. So I think I will be ending this short stream. Thanks all for watching. I hope you guys did value this short update. I will be trying to live stream more and more because I think the market is asking for it. And we do have a lot of important stuff coming up, which we should discuss together because I want to win together with the community. And yes, I do want to do great things here together on the YouTube channel. Thanks all for the amazing support lately. We are close of hitting 7k subscribers, so hopefully we can be doing so this month or a little bit earlier would be absolutely amazing. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to smash on that subscribe button. Watch and like my latest YouTube videos, and then I will see you guys within my next video later.